Hello everyone, welcome to Don't Stop It, the official show of the LEN 33rd European Water Polo Championships 2018 in Barcelona. Welcome to our 12th show of the program in these final days in Barcelona. Yesterday we had the beginning of the semi-finals in women's competition, and today in this Bernat Picornell pools we have also the start of the semi-finals in men's competition. But also in today's show, in Don't Stop It, we have to welcome a very special guest. Will be with us, one of the most condecorated coaches in the history of water polo. We will welcome here Mr. Ratko Rudic. This is our menu for today's show, so don't stop it.
The women's competition is almost over. We already know the names of the two finalists, but before that, other games were to be played. Italy and Germany opened the 12th day of competition in the Picornell pools with the first semi-final for the 5th place. The Sete Rosa wanted to leave behind the defeat in the quarterfinals and impose its favoritism to achieve a solid victory against the German side. The Sete Rosa wanted to leave behind the defeat in the quarterfinals and impose its favoritism to achieve a solid victory against the German side. Ania Escriva players scored just 2 goals, both in the last period. Before that, 15 straight Italian goals, 4 of them in counter-attack and 7 players netting 2 or more. Winger Domitila Picozzi was the top scorer with 3. Italy closed its participation playing for the 5th spot of the competition. Meanwhile, Germany will try to be 7th.
Now we have to think for the match of Friday, our final, and just forget about everything that we did here, and just start from the lost again Hungary and restart everything for next year and for the Olympic year.
In the end, we have no chance to make our exercises, to solve them, and not on this way what we want to do. But now we must look, we must learn for this, and we must look forward, and maybe when we play against France on Friday.
The second semi-final for the 5th position faced Russia and France. Again, the Russian national team was a clear favorite to clinch the win and started with a 5-1 partial thanks to its counter-attacks and maintained this gap during all game. But the French side, despite being the underdog, offered a well-fought battle and only trailed by 3 goals at the end of the game. Lia Bachelier and Audrey Dole were the top French scorers with 3 goals apiece, same as Russian captain Ekaterina Prokofieva. Russia will be Italy's rival for the 5th place, and France will face Germany in the last day of women's competition.
To play this game, we won today. It's most of the important things. Now we need to play against Italy. I hope we will play much better than today.
We start the game better than the other games. It's the second game in a row that we have this attitude at the beginning of the big game, so it means that the girls grow.
The European Championships will have a new champion. In the first semi-final, the Netherlands defeat Hungary with the first ticket to the final at stake. Except for the first goal by Ana Illes, the current champions always trailed in the scoreboard. Also, Hungarian players couldn't have the instruction on the sidelines by the head coach Attila Biro, who saw the red card in the quarterfinals. Illes also tied the game before the halftime, but then came the Netherlands breakout. Hungary reacted in the 4th period and had the last shot to tie the game, but Laura Ars did a miraculous save. 3rd straight European final for the Netherlands, who will look for its first championship since 1993.
It was a really tough game, and unfortunately we didn't really have the chance to make the opportunity to our side.
It was a nice shot, really, and luckily I had it, and after that moment I could only scream.
And the name of the second finalist was unveiled in the second semi-final in the Picornell pools. After an even first period, Greece surprised the host team in the second quarter with 4 straight goals. Georgios Morphesis' women were almost perfect in extra man with 2 goals in 3 shots. Miki Oka searched for a reaction in a 3rd period, changing the goalkeepers. Maria Elena Sanchez replaced Laura Ster. But the Greeks held the last push from Spain, commanded with the 5 goals from Bea Ortiz, top scorer of the match. Greece, who hasn't won this competition yet, will play its third final of the European Championships, and Spain will fight for the bronze medal against Hungary. Now it's time for the men competition to play the semi-finals and know the teams that will play the final of the men competition of the 33rd Line European Water Polo Championships.
It's a tough loss. We're fighting to play that final and we didn't get it.
We play clever, as the Greek team must play. We had a very good motivation because our country is passing difficult moments.
And last night in this LEN 33rd European Water Polo Championships 2018 in Barcelona took place the official dinner of the competition. So now it's time to see some of the best highlights of this dinner that took place, as we said before, here in Barcelona.
We are in the last part of the competition. I wish all of you all the best and may the best team win. Enjoy this friendly and official dinner. Thank you very much. Water Polo European family had to thank a lot the city of Barcelona, the Catalan Federation, the organizing committee, and your federation, because we are at home. We think to stay in our home. When we arrive here in Barcelona, we are at home.
So we are here in our village of the LEN 33rd European Water Polo Championships 2018. In these days we have talked with authorities, with former water polo players, with former water polo legends, and it's a great pleasure to welcome now a truly legend of the head coaches in the history of water polo. We have to welcome Croatian Ratko Rudic. Ratko, how are you? Welcome.
Thank you, and I am very well, and I am very pleased to be here on this place where I have very good memories.
One of the best memories, and not so good memory for Spain, is the gold medal in 1992 as a head coach of Italy. How do you remember?
Yeah,
this?
it was fantastic days, and I was with Italy at that time, and we didn't expect to win the gold medal, but we were prepared very well, and it was a fantastic crowd, the game, everything, and normally I am sorry for the Spain because it was at home, but you know, somebody has to win.
But 3 overtimes, it was one of the most famous moments of this, not only in water polo in the Olympics, but in general in this in Barcelona '92.
Yeah, very excitement at the end of the game. You know, the result was tie. We played overtime, and then at the end we scored the goal and the finish. It was we have the excellent reaction in Italy. Everybody loves water polo in that time, and you know, it's the last year we played Italy and Spain. They play some kind of the memory game anniversary of the 25 years of this. So yes. A nice memory. But I have my first European here, 1970. So Barcelona is connected with me very well.
Very special place. You are one of the most successful coaches in water polo history. How do you see the level of coaching in these days, in these European championships, for example?
Okay, I didn't see all the games. I arrived yesterday, so I see some games on the television and other. I cannot make any comment. But you know, sometimes the coaches, they need the time that you can see during the game, which is the style of the coaching, how they play, what is the concept of. So I think that they are prepared very well, all the coaches, and you know, to be the national team coach, you have to be selected among all other coaches, and I think that one thing is that you must have the knowledge, you must have the authority, and you must have the future in this the game.
At the end, you are a four-time gold medalist in the Olympic Games, three-time gold medalist in the European and World Championships. Tell us the secret of this.
My secret is work, and only work.
Simple as that.
Simple, yes.
Okay, yes. That's good. And how has been the evolution of water polo during all these years?
You know, the evolution of the water polo is quite the same as other sport. You know, so it's always more velocity, it's always more strength. So you can see also the game that there is more speed in the games. There is more physical contact. Actually. In FINA, we were working to avoid a little bit this kind of the contact, but this is the natural evolution of the game, and we have to prepare players for this kind of the game. But anyway, very exciting games we can see here.
Let me ask you a last question. You have coached the national teams of Yugoslavia, Italy, United States, Croatia, Brazil, and now ProReco, a very nice challenge.
Yeah, it was for me a surprise, you know, when they called me, and then I took the time to think about, but then the things interesting me and provoked some emotion, and then I said, okay, yes, I will try also with Reco.
Well, Ratko, and truly pleasure, and thank you very much, and enjoy these final days of competition.
Thank you.
The words from Ratko Rudic, truly pleasure, one of the most successful coaches in history of water polo, and time now to follow this show with more things about the European Championships 2018.
The 33rd Lone European Water Polo Championships are one of the events of the season, and for that, media from all over Europe have come to cover the news. Barcelona 2018 counts with a group of professionals that have been working for over a year in the communication tasks.
Siempre empiezas un poco al ralentí y esto va increciendo. Una segunda persona se incorporó a falta de un año y el resto del equipo prácticamente el mes de mayo. Es decir, sobre todo el gran trabajo se produce en los 3 últimos meses.
One of the goals of the media department of Barcelona 2018 was to ensure that everything was ready for the national and international journalists that would come.
Hemos separado a la prensa escrita de los fotógrafos, los tenemos en el área más próxima a donde concluye el partido y pasan los jugadores, que es la zona mixta. El universo de media, de prensa, está más o menos próximo para que el periodista no solo encuentre unas mejores condiciones de trabajo, sino que tenga que esforzarse lo menos posible en trasladarse de un sitio a otro, porque no hay que pensar que son 15 días de durísimo trabajo, que el periodista se pasa aquí unas 12 horas y que cuanto más le facilitemos su labor, mucho mejor.
Over the 2 weeks of competition, journalists of TV, radios or newspapers, all together with photographers, have gathered in Barcelona 2018 to cover the news of the competition and to follow their national teams.
Ahora mismo tenemos 336, de las que 60 son de fotógrafos, 130 es de prensa escrita y aproximadamente 145-146 del mundo de la televisión, incluido el host broadcaster, es decir, Televisión Española, que es la que produce la señal, más los right holders, las televisiones con derechos que han venido aquí.
In order to provide the best environment for the media, Barcelona 2018 counts with the Media Press Center. This space is the home for editors, a hall that connects 2 of the crucial spaces for the journalists. The commentator area is the place where the journalists can follow the match and commentate it, while the mix zones provides them the chance to get the first reaction of the players and the coaches after the match.
aquí está lo mejor del waterpolo y por tanto hay que pensar que en el año 2018, a caballo de Río y Tokio, en esta Olimpiada, este es el mayor evento del waterpolo en este año y por tanto hay que cubrirlo como si fuera un campeonato del mundo o el máximo exponente de este deporte y por tanto nos lo tomamos como un evento de primerísima magnitud.
The 33rd Line European Water Polo Championships is the most important event of the water polo season. For that, it has all the media attention given both from the media department of Barcelona 2018 and from all the journalists that have come to follow the development of the competition.
So that's all we had in today's show here in Don't Stop It. Thank you for watching us, and tomorrow we will be back with the highlights in men's competition prior to the final in this Bernat Picornell Pools, the final of women's competition. Thank you again, and don't stop it.